the unfathomable bond. Captain Zar Thak of the Galactic Exploration Fleet stood at the helm of his ship, the Cosmic Voyager, his 4 eyes blinking in rapid succession as he processed the information before him. The planet Earth, a small blue marble in the vastness of space, had been under observation for decades. Yet, even after years of study, the Exolothian scientist found himself perplexed by the behavior of its dominant species, humans. Commander Vexlor, bring up the latest report on human social structures, Zarthak ordered, his tentacles twitching with curiosity. The holographic display flickered to life, showing a myriad of data points and images. Vexlor, a tall, spindly being with crystalline skin, manipulated the controls with practiced ease. Captain, our latest findings are puzzling, to say the least. Vexlor began, his voice a melodious hum. We've observed a phenomenon that defies our understanding of sentient behavior. Zarthak leaned forward, his interest piqued. Explain. Humans appear to form deep emotional connections with non-sentient creatures they call pets, Vexlor continued. These beings serve no apparent practical purpose, yet humans invest significant time, resources, and emotional energy in their care. The captain's tentacles curled in confusion. Preposterous. Surely there must be some logical explanation. Perhaps these pets provide essential nutrients or serve as early warning systems for environmental dangers. Vexlor shook his head, causing light to refract off his crystalline form. Negative, Captain. In fact, humans often expend resources to feed and care for these creatures, sometimes at great personal cost. Fascinating, Zarthak mused. We must investigate further. Prepare a landing party. We'll observe these human-pet interactions firsthand. John Matthews, a grizzled veteran of the Chicago Police Department, trudged up the stairs to his apartment, the weight of a long shift heavy on his shoulders. As he reached for his keys, a soft whine and the scratch of paws against the door brought a smile to his weathered face. I'm coming, Rex, he called out, his voice softening as he addressed his faithful companion. The door swung open, and a blur of golden fur launched itself at John. Rex, a 7-year-old golden retriever, showered his human with enthusiastic licks and tail wags. Hey, buddy, John laughed, kneeling down to ruffle the dog's ears. Did you miss me? Of course you did. Who's a good boy? Unbeknownst to John, 3 pairs of alien eyes watched this interaction with a mixture of fascination and bewilderment. Zarthak, Vexlor, and the ship's xenobiologist, Dr. Krillax, observed from their cloaked position across the street. Remarkable, Doctor. Krillax whispered, his tentacles quivering with excitement. The human's neurotransmitter levels have spiked dramatically. He's experiencing a rush of oxytocin and dopamine. Vexlor's crystalline brow furrowed, from interacting with a non-sentient quadruped. Illogical. Zarthak held up a tentacle, silencing his crew. Let's continue observing. There must be more to this relationship. Inside the apartment, John settled into his worn armchair, Rex curling up at his feet. The detective's hand absently stroked the dog's soft fur as he flipped through case files. What do you think, Rex? John murmured, holding up a photograph. Think our perp left any clues we missed? Rex lifted his head, tilting it slightly as if considering the question. He gave a soft woof in response. John chuckled. Yeah, you're right. We should probably check the warehouse district again tomorrow. Outside, the aliens exchanged puzzled glances. Is the human? Consulting with the creature, Vexlor asked, his voice tinged with disbelief. Doctor. Krillax shook his head. Impossible. The quadruped lacks the cognitive capacity for such complex thought. Yet, the human's brain patterns suggest he values the creature's input. Zarthak's tentacles twisted in thought. Perhaps this is some form of psychological self-soothing behavior, a way for the human to process information verbally without the pressure of true sentient interaction. They continued to watch as John prepared dinner, setting out 2 bowls, one for himself and one for Rex. The dog waited patiently, tail thumping against the floor, until John gave him a nod of permission to eat. The human shares its nutritional resources freely, Doctor, Krillax noted. This goes against all principles of survival and resource management we've observed in other species. As the night wore on, John and Rex settled onto the couch, the dog's head resting on the human's lap as they watched television together. John's fingers idly stroked Rex's fur, his stress visibly melting away with each passing moment. Curious, Zarathak mused. The non-sentient creature appears to serve as some form of stress relief mechanism for the human. Vexlor's crystalline form shimmered with confusion. But at what cost? The human must feed, clean, and care for this being. Surely a mechanical device could provide similar benefits without the associated burden. Doctor. Krillax shook his head. I don't believe so, Commander. The human's physiological response suggests a deep emotional connection that transcends mere functionality. This is something else entirely. As the aliens pondered this enigma, a commotion down the street caught their attention. A man was running, clutching a purse to his chest, with an elderly human in pursuit. Stop. Thief, the old man called out, his voice cracking with age and exertion. Inside the apartment, Rex's ears perked up. He let out a sharp bark, causing John to snap to attention. In an instant, both man and dog were on their feet and out the door. The aliens watched in amazement as John and Rex worked in perfect tandem. The dog sprinted ahead, cutting off the thief's escape route, while John closed in from behind. With a flying tackle, the detective brought the criminal down, Rex standing guard with teeth bared until John had the man in handcuffs. Good boy, Rex, John praised, giving the dog a quick pat before turning his attention to the appreciative victim and calling for backup. Back in their hidden observation post, the aliens were abuzz with excitement. Did you see that, Vexlor exclaimed? The efficiency of their cooperation, the wordless communication. Doctor. Krillax's tentacles were a blur of motion as he analyzed the data. The human and canine brain patterns were remarkably synchronized during the pursuit. It's as if they shared a singular purpose. Zarathak stroked his chin thoughtfully. Perhaps we've been approaching this all wrong. These pets may not be mere non-sentient creatures, but rather highly specialized symbiotic partners. The three aliens continued to observe as John and Rex returned home, the detective praising his four-legged partner lavishly and rewarding him with treats. The bond between them was palpable, a connection that seemed to defy the very laws of nature as the Exolothians understood them. As the night deepened, John prepared for bed, Rex dutifully following him to the bedroom. The dog curled up on a plush bed next to John's, always alert, always ready to protect his human. Good night, buddy, John murmured, reaching down to give Rex one last pat. What would I do without you, huh? In response, Rex let out a contented sigh, his tail thumping softly against his bed. The aliens watched this final interaction in silence, each lost in their own thoughts. I believe Zarathak said at last that we have grossly underestimated the complexity of human relationships. This bond, this connection they form with these pets, it's not just emotional, it's transformative. Vexlor nodded, his crystalline form shimmering with newfound understanding. They make each other better. The human provides care and resources, while the pet offers unwavering loyalty and support. It's a mutually beneficial relationship that goes beyond mere practicality. Indeed, Doctor. Krillax agreed. In forming these bonds, humans have essentially expanded their capacity for empathy and connection. They've taken a non-sentient species and elevated it, integrating it into their social structures in a way we never thought possible. Zarathak's tentacles waved in excitement. Gentlemen, I believe we've stumbled upon one of humanity's greatest strengths. Their ability to form these bonds, to extend their circle of empathy beyond their own species, speaks to a level of emotional intelligence we hadn't considered. The three aliens shared a moment of awed silence, watching as John and Rex slept peacefully, the bond between man and dog a testament to humanity's unique capacity for love and connection. Perhaps, Zarathak mused, this is why humans have thrived against all odds. Their strength lies not in their technology or their physical prowess, but in their hearts and their unfathomable ability to love and be loved, even by those unlike themselves. As the cosmic Voyager broke orbit the next day, its crew carried with them a newfound respect for humanity. In their quest to understand the universe, they had discovered something truly remarkable, a species that had found strength in gentleness, power in compassion, and unity in diversity. The unfathomable bond between humans and their pets had opened the aliens' eyes to a new possibility that perhaps, in the grand cosmic scheme, It was not the ability to conquer or dominate that marked a species as advanced, but rather the capacity to nurture, to empathize, and to love unconditionally. As they journeyed back to their homeworld, Zarthak couldn't help but wonder what other wonders might humanity reveal, given the chance. And how might the galaxy change if more species learned to open their hearts as humans had? With these profound questions echoing in their minds, the Exolothians left Earth behind, forever changed by the simple, powerful bond between a man and his dog, a testament to humanity's greatest strength, hidden in plain sight among the stars.